You're strolling through the mall one day, killing time while your car is having an oil change done. You munching on a cookie, just kind of not particularly going anywhere fast. You're thinking of maybe finding some spot where you could sit down and plug your phone in and charge it up, maybe while you check your email or Instagram. And you see someone walking across the mall 40 feet away. And something catches your eye. You're not 100% sure why. And then you realize, oh, I'm just seeing a reflection. That's me. But then you do a double take. Because while it is definitely you, the other you isn't wearing the same clothes. And you begin to move towards the person. And at first they seem to be unaware that you're coming in close to them. But then they see you. And they freeze. And they see a break in the crowd and they dart through it. And as you try to catch up to them, they slip away and they're gone. That was you. And they were very much aware that you were watching them. And they made an escape to deliberately avoid encountering you. What's going on? So here's the idea. There are people. Could be from another realm, could be magic, psionic, high tech, you name it. Something science fantasy or high fantasy or urban fantasy, doesn't really matter. They could be like you in many ways, or they could be completely alien. Fairies, little green men, or children from another dimension, out for a thrill. But what they're doing is they're copying us to come here and be tourists. And people begin to notice this until there are murmurs and such. It seems that there's more and more of them. And what becomes murmurs eventually becomes discussions and news pieces and articles and research and probably some division with men in dark suits and glasses. Why are they here? What are they doing? Why is the number of their presence increasing? And sometimes there's multiples of people, and sometimes it's just one. Are they copying a specific person because they like them? Do they have a limited repertoire of copies that they can use? Are they ghosts inside a shell, or have they actually shape-changed into that person? Are the copies fairies, or machines, or doppelganger shapeshifters? What are they and what are they doing? And how do we stop them? Should we stop them? Can we communicate with them? Do they want to communicate with us? And how many problems are they causing for us? What if they're using us to infiltrate, to get data, to get treasures, to get art and literature, to steal things, or just acquire them at least, from libraries and bookstores and thrift shops? Are they treasure hunters after artifacts? And are there more and more of them because they know the source of the place they're getting them from may not be around for much longer? So let's talk about the imperfect copies of us that have come here and are poking around. And what happens if we get close to one? What happens if we talk to ourselves or touch ourselves? Nothing at all. It's just you. Is it just a little strange, a little weird? Or could something profound happen? Something they're trying to avoid happening? Because they know what's going to occur even if we don't. So why did you dart away in the crowd? Why didn't you stick around to have a conversation with you? What do they know that we don't? How do we find out? And what happens if we don't?